Good morning, students. So I am Akash. If I give my brief introduction, then I have been teaching English language for more than 5 years. Okay, and I happen to be from Ahmedabad. So today I'm going to explain to you the concept of articles. Articles a, n, and the. Now a and n are called indefinite articles, and the is called definite articles. Now I'm going to teach you the application of this articles a, n, and the. Now let me write one statement. One more sentence. Okay. Now, students, you can see I have written two sentences. I am a HR manager. I will visit an European country. Now, generally, what's the perception that whenever we see, okay, vowels A, E, I, O, U, we have to put article N. And in consonants, we have to put article A. That is not the case. As you can see in these examples, okay, I am a HR manager, which is grammatically wrong because wrong article has been used here. What article should be there instead? I should write an HR manager. Why, students? Because we focus on vowel sound. We put article, okay, and according to vowel sound. Here you can say I am HR, A, HR, which is a vowel sound. So I should put article N. Here you can say, students, I will visit an European country. Now, though it's E, which is vowel, and generally, like tendency, okay, we have this tendency to put article N before A, E, I, O, U. That is not the case. Here you can say European country. Here, European country. Sound is consonant. It has a consonant sound, so we should put article A. So I will visit a European country. So always remember, students, okay, you put article A and N, okay, not according to like vowels, just like you should not put article N just because you see a vowel. You have to put article A and N according to the sound. Okay, if it's a vowel sound, then you will put article N. If it's a consonant sound, then you will put article A. Okay. Now, students, second application of article A and N. Okay. Now I have written this sentence, I am English language trainer. Now this sentence, okay, looks correct, but it is grammatically incorrect. Why? Because I haven't used article A or N. So here it should be article N. So students, I am an English language trainer. Now remember one thing, students, when you are talking about your professions or occupations, you should use articles either A or N compulsorily. You cannot say I am doctor, I am musician, I am a doctor, I am a musician. You have to use articles A or N compulsorily when you are talking about your professions and occupations. Okay. Now this is a good concept of article. A cricketer and actor blank present. So most of you would write students are, because you will think cricketer plus actor, they are two different individuals. That is not the case, students. Here you can see I have used a single article, common article before cricketer and actor. So means this cricketer and actor, okay, are the same person. This cricketer and actor are not different individuals, okay? They are the same person. So here it should be not, it should not be are. Here I should write is. A cricketer and actor is present because they are the same person. It's a single, okay, one individual. They are not different individuals. So I should not write are, which is used for plural. I should write is. But students, if now, students, I have used separate articles. A cricketer and blank and actor. Means students, cricketer is a different person and actor is a different person. They both are different individuals. So I have to, means a cricketer and actor, two different individuals. So I have to write are. Why? Because both of them are different people, different individuals. Okay. I hope students, it's clear to you. Now, students, I will explain to you the difference between a number of. Okay. Now, difference between a number of and the number of. So, what's the difference between a number of and the number of? So, when I say students, a number of, it means plenty, many, a lot of, a number of students are present. Okay, a number of people have decided to vote in favor of the BJP this time. A number of means many, plenty, a lot of. What is the number of then? So students, the number, when I say the number of students in the class is 5. When I use the number of means I'm talking about a specific number. The number of students, okay, is increasing. The number of students is decreasing. The number of students present yesterday was 5. That's the difference between a number of and the number of. Okay. Now I will explain to you the concept article or article. The now I will now we will discuss article the. Now article the is very very important. Okay, it's called a definite article. For example, let me write two sentences. Okay, I am reading a book and I'm reading the book. Now, for example, if I asked a question to one of my students in the class that what are you doing? And if he said, I am reading a book. Okay, if one student said that I am reading a book, another student said I am reading the book. Then now what's the difference between these two sentences? I am reading a book, I am reading the book. When I say, okay, when a student said that I am reading a book, means he can be reading, okay, he is reading any book. I do not know the name of that book. But when another student said I am reading the book, means I know which book he is reading. Definite article the. I know which book he is reading. I will not, when one student said I am reading a book, means I will definitely ask him a question that which book are you reading? But when another student, second student say that I am reading the book, I will not ask him a question because I know which book he is reading. So that's the difference between article the and a and a. A and N. A and N are called students indefinite articles. The is called definite articles. Definite article. Okay. Now, students, I will teach you. Okay, I will explain to you when you have to compulsorily use article the. When you should compulsorily use article the. Let me write a sentence. Okay. So this statement says, okay, sentence says Bharatiya Janata Party removed the article 370. Now this sentence looks correct, but it is grammatically incorrect. Why? Because when we students, okay, talk about political parties, we should compulsorily use article the Bharatiya Janata Party removed. Now there is an error here. Okay, we should, okay, uh, when you are talking about political parties, you should use article the compulsorily. Here, students, one grammar rule says that whenever there is a combination of a noun and number, when there is a combination of a noun and number, you should not use article the. Article 370, okay, article 144, platform 6, page 36. You should not use any article when there is a combination of a noun and a number. Article 370. Now, students, I will uh, tell you that when you have to use article the, when you have to compulsorily use article. Okay. Okay. Students, when you are talking about religious organizations, then you should use article the compulsorily. For example, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Okay, when you are talking about religious organizations, then you should use article the compulsorily. Second, students, when you are talking about newspapers, okay, when you are talking about English newspapers, then you should use article the compulsorily. The Washington Post, the Times of India. As I said, okay, when I explained, when I gave you that example, you should use article the when you are talking about political parties. Okay. The Indian National Congress, the Republican Party. Okay, when you are talking about political parties, the Democrat Party, the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Aam Aadmi Party, you should use article the compulsorily when you are talking about political parties. When you are talking about trains, okay, the Rajdhani Express, the Ashram Express, the Shatabdi Express, okay, the Karnavati Express, then you should article the compulsory. Before you should use article the before the names of trains. You should use article the students before the names of rivers. You should use article the students before the names of oceans. You should use article the students before the names of sports leagues, okay, sports tournaments. Like your favorite okay. You should use article the students before the names of clubs. Like we have two famous clubs in Ahmedabad. The Karnavati Club, the Rajpath Club. You should use article the students before the names of some famous world organizations. Like you can say the World Health Organization, the United Nations. You should use article the students before the names of musical instruments. You should use article the compulsorily before the names of musical instruments. like the violin, okay, the flute. You should use article the, students, before the names of scriptures, holy books, religious scriptures. You should use article the, students, before nationalities, okay? The Indian, the Americans, the Britishers, the English, the French. Okay. Now, students, let me give you one example, okay? For this, like, let me write two sentences. Okay. Now, students, you can see I have written two sentences. I like the English and I like English. So what's the difference, students? So when I say, students, I like the English means I like English people. I like Britishers, okay? Here I'm talking about nationality. Okay, the English means nationality. The French means French people. The English means English people. But when I say, sorry, students, I like English means, students, I'm talking about a language here. I like English as a language. Now, students, you should use article the compulsory when you are talking about the universal things. Universal things, right? Like they are unique. Okay. The earth. Now, students, so now, like we have learned when you have to use article the, we will learn now. We will learn when you should use article, when you should not use any articles. No a, no and, no the. Okay. Like how can I erase all these pages? Everything. Okay. So now, students, I will explain to you, okay, that when you should not use any articles. So let me write down again. Okay. Let me first write a sentence and explain you when you shouldn't use any article. Okay. Now I just forgot to explain to you one concept when you are talking about students superlative degree. Okay, he is the best person. This is the most difficult task. He is the most dangerous man. Cat is the toughest exam. Okay, so when you are using a superlative form, okay, superlative degree, then you should compulsorily use article. I just forgot to mention. Now, students, statement reads, the cat is the toughest exam. So this statement sounds correct, but it is grammatically incorrect. Why? I should not put any articles before acronyms. Grammar rule says I should not put any article before acronyms. Acronyms means this is common admission test. So when I make a short form of this common admission test using the first initial, okay, of C, A, and T, now this cat can be pronounced as a word. So it is called acronym. A short form abbreviation which can be pronounced as a word is called an acronym. So grammar rule says we should not put any articles before acronyms. So I should not put any article before acronyms. Okay. Now, students, I should not put any articles before the names of days. Okay, I cannot say that I go to school on the Monday. Okay, I spoke days. Okay, you should not use articles. Okay, before the names of days. You should not use articles. Okay, any articles before the names of months. Though there are some exceptions. Okay, for example, as I have just said, that like you should not use articles before the names of days. But let me give you one example. Okay. Now study these two examples, students. I like to go for running on Saturday. So here I'm talking about Saturday in general. Okay, every Saturday. So I would not put any articles before Saturday. Read second statement, student. Second sentence says, I will never forget the Saturday I mattered. Means, students, here I am talking about a specific Saturday. Of course, we shouldn't use articles before the names of days, but when you are talking about specific days, specific months, you should use article the. Here, when I say I will never forget the Saturday I met her, means I'm talking about a specific Saturday. I'm not talking about any Saturday. I'm not talking about Saturday in general. I'm talking about Saturday, which is specific. Okay. So you should use article the. Okay. Third, students, you should not use articles before the names of languages. I can speak the Gujarati, it's wrong. I can speak Gujarati. I can speak Marathi. I can speak the Marathi is wrong. You should not put articles before the names of languages. You should not use articles before the names of sports. This sentence is wrong. Why? The football. No article should be used before the names of sports. You should not use article students before the names of country. It's a very simple concept. Just let me explain. You should not put article the or any articles before the names of countries. However, there are some exceptions. Which are they? The USA, the UK, okay, the UAE, the Netherlands, the Philippines, okay? There are some exceptions. Same way, you should not use article the before the names of states, districts, okay? You should not put article before the names of states and districts. Okay. You should not use articles before the names of subjects. The history is not my favorite subject. Okay, this statement is wrong. Why? Because I have used article the. You should not use articles before the names of subjects. Okay. You should not use any article students before the names of festivals. I like to celebrate the Diwali with my family, which is wrong. I should not use article the before the names of festivals. Good one, students. You should not use articles before the names of companies. Okay. You should not use article before the names of company. This statement is wrong. Not the Google, the Microsoft, okay, the Sony. It is wrong without article. Okay. You should not use article, students, before the names of airlines. This must be remembered. You should not use articles before the names of airlines. I cannot say the Indigo Airlines, okay, the Vistara Airlines, the SpiceJet. Wrong. Okay, only the Indigo Airlines, the Vistara Airlines, okay, the Spice. You should not use article the before the names of airlines. When you say the Vistara, the SpiceJet, it is wrong, students. Now, students, okay, so we have covered both when you should use article the compulsorily and when you should not use any articles. Okay. Now we will solve, like I will explain to you this concept of articles further by writing some sentences, by giving some examples. So let's solve some examples. Okay, students. Now let's do some examples and understand this concept further. Okay. Now, students, what's the error here? You can see superlative form best, but article the hasn't been used. So we have to put article the. Second sentence, students. Okay. Much of the work of manager is helping people. So what's wrong here, students? Oh, so see, students, I'm writing wrong sentences. I'm writing sentences in which articles are missing. Article or articles are missing. So here, students, sentence reads, much of the work of manager is helping people. So as I said, okay, you should not, like, you should compulsorily use article A or N when you're talking about profession. So article A is missing. Much of the work of a manager is helping people. Okay. Okay. Sun has been a source of energy for more than 5 billion years. So what is missing, students? Simple. Article the is missing here. Okay. The sun has been a source of energy for more than 5 billion years. Okay. First part of the novel introduces all the main characters. Now, students, here article the is missing. The first. Students, when you are talking about ordinals, okay, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, you should use article the compulsory. So the first part of the novel introduces all the main characters. Okay. Again, students, very simple. Times of India, name of newspaper. So I should use article the compulsorily. Okay. Sentence reads, students, the hydrogen is both the simplest and the most abundant element in the universe. Now you can see, students, as here superlative forms it has like forms have been used. So I have used article the before the simplest, and the most abundant I have used article the before most abundant. Now what's wrong here, students? So wrong. Okay. We cannot put articles, okay, we should not put articles before the names of metals, okay, before the names of gases. So hydrogen is both the simplest and the most abundant element in the universe. That should be the correct sentence. We will do a couple of more examples, okay, then we will wind up. Okay. The news from the war front are bad. Now, what's wrong here, students? The wrong parties. This the news, okay, from the war front, okay, is bad, not are bad. Okay, let's do one more example. Okay. Societies continually strive to strike balance. So what's wrong here? It should always be students. It's always strike a balance. It's always students strike a balance. So it should be strike a balance. Societies continually strive to strike a balance. One more example.